Hello everyone, my name is Lesmir, and today we're doing the Random Build Palette Challenge. Basically how it's going to work is I have this curated selection right here of blocks that will be able to be picked from. I try to get rid of all the ones that are just absolutely atrocious to use, and only keep the ones that are somewhat reasonable. We have 87 blocks. I'm going to use... probably for this video, let's do 3 blocks. I'll do 3 of them. And we're just gonna pray that that at least one of them has variance, so I can actually build something with some shape to it. Our first number is 17. 14, 15, 16, 17. Smooth stone. That's okay. 30, 31, 32. Quartz. And then we have 86, which is azalea. This is going to be interesting. At least we have something colorful. I think I'll start in this area right here. Here's our build palette. I think I'm going to do 2 builds. One of them is the restricted version, where I have to only use these 3 and it's going to be strict. Another one is going to be a more general version where I can use other things. I can add like a wood, I can add like a few other blocks. I can make like textures with things that aren't strictly variant, and I can make a texture using these, but it still has to be mostly this. The quartz kind of reminds me of like Greek architecture, especially with these chiseled bits. But the smooth stone kind of reminds me of like a modern style thing where it's super bland, it's like made of concrete. So, and with the azalea, I think what we can do is we can do a Greek-ish inspired but also modern, like a mashup of those two that's been overgrown and abandoned. I think that'll be probably the best angle we can take. I'm gonna start with a platform that the building is gonna be sitting on, made of smooth stone. I think that'll look nice. I think this looks pretty good. It has nice right angles, which makes it look more modern and boring. It doesn't look the best, but that's what the azalea is for later. I really wish I had like stone bricks or something to put behind this, because right now it's just looking like a cage. I designed a little staircase going up. Now I'm going to design a pillar. I'm probably going to design it for the corners, but I'll also use it to prop up the staircase. It's very thick. I tried to replicate a real thing in Greek architecture where they have like the little swirly bit up here. I think it looks okay. I should have done the pillars earlier. I could have known that I would have to move the stairs a little bit. Okay, now we have a centered staircase and we have 2 pillars and everything is nice and symmetrical. I'm going to work on the support structure for the staircase, and then I'm going to repeat the pattern on the sides of it. Probably just going to put the pillars in. And then we'll have to work on the top, which I have no idea what I'm doing with yet. They never want to connect like this when I want them to, but they always connect like this when I don't want them to. I just want you to stay how you were before. Can you please do that? No? Okay, whatever. I'll just have to use a full block, I guess. I'm at the point where I have to face the fact that I don't know what I'm doing. It looks nice, I just don't know what I'm doing. I know these aren't even sections, but I wanted to continue patterns from up over that way. Which would mean that this is a smooth stone pillar. This is 13 wide, which means that we can't make a grid, because if you've gone to school, you'll know that 13 is a prime number. So what I think I'm going to do instead is I'm going to have I'm going to turn the middle of this one into a walkway. Like, this one's going to be normal, and then I'm going to make the ones on the sides squares, and then I'm going to turn the middle part into a walkway. I was stressing about how to incorporate the back of the hill into this, but I think I found a good way. I just kind of continued this and built the little staircase going up to the top of the hill. I did this around the sides for detail, but the main walls are going to be made out of this texture. I'm probably going to do a tall, solid building, and then I'm going to do another layer on top of that with the main roof that's only supported by pillars and not by a full encasing wall. That way we'll have 2 stories, and then it won't feel like there's a tiny building on top of a huge support structure. I just realized that this one's an even block width, so I have to refigure out this bit. I'll just put it down. There we go. I'd rather it be more boring than for it to be inconsistent. I'm going to try and figure out where the pillars are, because it's such a weird thing. I'm going to try and do 6 pillars, because this is an even block width, so I can place a pillar in the middle, but this is an odd block width, so I have to put one, I have to do 2 pillars. Perfect, yeah, this will work. Ooh, I just had an idea. Because it's going to be kind of overgrown, I think it'd be cool if I just made them not even have a roof. Like the roof got broken off or something. And then I'll just have them go up, and then I'll cut them off at some point and put a bunch of rubble and cracks and stuff like that. I'll have to go through the whole thing and add a bunch of cracks to make it look old and abandoned. This will be the shortest pillar, so I can figure out what the rubble part's going to look like. Ooh, don't want to look like that. That was a close call right there. I'm gonna add a few cracks and things to this part, but I think I'm gonna leave the bottom part intact. And the leaves will do the rest. Now that the building has been thoroughly cracked, we can start adding some leaves to make it look all post-apocalyptic. I'm barring the entrance with leaves because I am not doing an interior. It's already been a few hours. Not a few, more like 2, but still. And with that, I think this build is done. Tell me if you really like this one. I know I did. We were given a pretty interesting palette to work with the smooth stone being only 2 blocks, the slabs in the actual block, and the quartz being all one color. But I think we made do with it really well, and I think we ended up with a good build. Tell me what you think in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, I highly recommend that you go to my channel and check out a few others to see if you want to subscribe. Goodbye.